that was wasted is fuel in the tank for growth you can measure and put in the bank. They'll sell you complex, the code and the maze. We find the clear pathway through digital haze. It's more than just software, it's strategies art. We give you the leverage to pull you apart. And oh, your whole vision is coming in view. We prompted the future and made it all new. The right prompt delivered to save you the day. More profit, more value. The smarter AI way. The smarter AI
Welcome, everybody. So happy to have you here. I'm your host for today's session, Jonathan Mast, and we're going to be bringing on Stefan in just a moment to talk to us about webinars. I don't know about you, but webinars are a big part of business, and sometimes running them and having the right software, making everything make sense, it can be a royal pain. And so Stefan and I are part of a mastermind group, and we were having a conversation. I'm like, let's bring you on and share with our community about some of the best practices, things that can work, not work, all those fun things together, and deal with that. At the end, Stefan he has webinar software. He's going to give us a special offer, but you're going to get tons of value in the meantime, whether you're interested in that or not. And certainly that's not a requirement that you guys have. So with that, I'm going to bring Stefan on here. Hey, Stefan, how are you doing today? Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Jonathan. How's everything going?
Doing well, doing well. I think last time we talked in person, I think we were actually standing on a beach in the Dominican Republic. I think that's probably preferable to whatever we're both at today, but nice to see you again.
Yeah,
So,
nice to see you again too. Yeah, I think that was a pretty nice setting over there. It was raining here in New York earlier, but it looks like it's getting a little sunny now, so that's good.
yeah, I can see the sun and the blue sky and some white clouds. So it's not a bad day outside. I just got to get out there and enjoy it. So
Yes.
awesome. Well, again, Stefan and I met through Mastermind. I've known of Stefan actually for a couple of years. And again, when it comes to webinars, he's just a tremendous resource. Stefan, for those that aren't as familiar with you as I am, can you tell us just a little bit about who you serve and then give us a little bit of information on Webinar Kit as well and kind of how it helps entrepreneurs?
Yeah, definitely. I actually have a whole presentation prepared if that's cool. I
Oh
can
yeah, you can dive right in if you want. Let's do it.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's do
Um,
that. So
when you hit share, it's probably going to want my permission, which I will give you if you beat me to it. Hang on, I'm going to try to click through here. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, like the same time. There we go. All right. So all yours. Go ahead and
Okay,
share the
great.
screen, and we'll dive right in.
All right, awesome. So I think you guys should be able to see my screen here.
I'm
Uh,
seeing it. Yep.
okay, let me just get this in presenter mode. All right. So it should be full screen now.
Yep. You're good.
All right. Awesome. So I guess I'll go ahead and take it away.
Yes, please do.
All right. Awesome. So first of all, hello everyone. Jonathan, like I said, thanks for having me on and good to connect again. And for everyone on, if you could just give me a one in the chat, make sure you hear me, see my screen. I want to make sure that everything is looking good on this end. Awesome. Okay. Very cool. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to sell your products and services 24/7 by plugging into this new shocking AI and automation system. The beauty of this is that you can get sales without needing to do sales calls. I personally hate sales calls. Jonathan, I'm sure you're not a
Uh,
huge fan either. So,
I'm with you there. They're no fun.
Yeah, for sure. Endless posting on social media day, or basically not having to beg people to buy your stuff. So, in a nutshell, what we're going to be covering today is the changes that are occurring right now for people selling products and services online. So you don't have to focus on what's not working anymore. Exactly what is working now. I've actually got an exact AI powered four-step process for new clients and sales daily without doing endless sales calls, without having to do endless live webinars or hopeless posting and just hoping that you're going to get sales, and a behind the scenes look at how Webinar Kit lets you build that entire system. So I'm going to give you guys the strategies, and then you can decide if this is something that works for you or not. And I actually do have a special free gift for you guys today at the end of this presentation, which I think you're really going to like. But you're going to get free complimentary access to build two free webinars in our AI webinar agent, which builds high quality scripts and sales presentations based on millions in sales data. And you're going to be able to build those webinars to get new clients in as little as 30 to 45 minutes flat. This is going to actually be a huge savings because traditionally you've had to go out and pay agencies as much as $10,000 to build a webinar for you. You can actually build two totally free. I'm going to give you that link towards the end of this presentation. So, who is this actually for? I'm just going to go through this really quickly. But if you're someone who's a course creator, a coach, an agency owner, a software business, it also works if you're a professional, like a chiropractor or a roofer. Even someone selling e-commerce can benefit from this. There's someone who sells a soap bar and they use a similar structure, what I'm going to be talking about today, and they make a ton of money doing that. But really, at the end of the day, these changes are super relevant to anyone who's selling anything. So if you're in the business space, whether you have a product yet or not, you're going to want to pay very close attention to this presentation. So, whether or not you have that product for sale or not, you're going to find value in this because there's a part of this that's going to be relevant for you, regardless of what situation you're starting from. So, I'm going to ask, does this sound familiar? Just put a one in the chat box if this sounds familiar. You're endlessly posting on social media, only not to get new clients and sales from it. Give me a one if you've been in that situation. All right, I see some ones coming in for that. So I've definitely been in that situation too. Have you gone on an annoying, unqualified sales call where you get on it and you're disappointed because you were super hopeful that you got one booked in, but then by the end you're like, okay, that was a huge waste of time. Put a two in the chat if that's ever happened to you. Okay, we've got some people who've dealt with that. Someone who has been using some sort of going live mechanism, kind of like we're doing now, but maybe you're feeling a little burnt out because you have to go live all the time and realizing it might be somewhat unsustainable. Put a three if you've been in that situation. Okay, got some people there. And at the end of the day, just simply not hitting the sales numbers or enrolling the clients that you dreamed of when you started your business. I know that everyone has been in that situation. And give me a five if you've bought course after course, software after software, ChatGPT prompt after ChatGPT prompt, but you're just not seeing yourself progressing whatsoever. Okay, I think that one's hitting home for a lot of people. So, totally understand that. You're in the right place. Now, before we start, why should you listen to me? So, I'm actually a former mechanical engineer. I left my job 13 years ago to pursue my dream of entrepreneurship, and I will be honest, I am living it beautifully. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Webinar Kit, software company that's been used by over 20,000 smart business owners. I'm the author of Sell More with Webinars, an Amazon best-selling author. I've scaled courses, coaching programs, agency, and software to millions in revenue with my repeatable system. And I'm known for helping people get maximum results while keeping things simple. I love to keep things simple. I think Jonathan saw that, and that's why he brought me on to help you guys today. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, so a little bit more about my background, real quick. I was able to leave my 9 to 5 in 2015, and I haven't looked back. And webinars have truly let me break free and scale all of my businesses. So, whether it's been courses that I've sold, a coaching program that I've sold, or agency services, I've scaled to 6 and 7 figures on each business predictably with the strategies that I'm going to be sharing. And additionally, I was actually selling a course for $397 with webinars. And eventually I got to selling done for you services and software as high as $3,997. I saw the problems that existed with webinars and existing webinar software, and eventually built out a software that fixed all of those problems in the market. Some of those being that software didn't autoplay, they were old and outdated, low conversions, limited functionality. And years later, everyone's switching to Webinar Kit, not just for the superior sales, but the movement. And I'm going to be sharing about a little bit about that today. So fast forward to today, things have completely shifted for me from the day I quit my 9 to 5. I've been asked to speak on many stages. I've written a best-selling book, and at the end of the day, things have really taken off, and this whole webinar system that I'm going to be sharing that ties into AI more than ever today is going to really be something that can help you guys get more sales and automate whatever you're doing. I actually started with doing millions in sales as an affiliate marketer, so I have that unique background as well in digital products, and gone on to do nearly 5 million in revenue selling software. So the good news is you're in the right place right now, and what I'm going to show you today is going to help you finally understand exactly what's working in 2025. I got that four-step process for you that you need to follow to sell more of anything, and how with AI you can now build the whole thing in minutes without any technical experience, without any marketing experience, and how the system runs by itself daily once set up without needing to post endlessly, get on tedious bad sales calls. You just relax and let the system scale for you. I'm also going to be sharing how you can profit from the system, whether you are already selling something or not. So the trust recession is and visibility war is kind of what we're seeing in 2025. These days, if you were just running ads or posting content and hoping to make sales, you're going to be on the lower end of sellers online, and you will have an issue. Even if you're going live on webinars or groups weekly or posting content daily, you're going to get crushed. And even just adding in some generic AI focuses to your business is not enough. If you're not standing out, you're basically done. And a few will go on to survive and make a ton of money, and the rest, unfortunately, will have an issue where they're going to be taken out of the market. So, what we're going to be covering today has actually generated us a casual 9x return on ad spend on ads, whereas closer to the industry average, people are thrilled just to get a 2x return on ad spend. And we're seeing it as just getting started. So, I'll also show you how to implement this without technical experience, marketing experience, to get sales, and how to do this even if you don't have a product yet. So, all right, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in a little bit. So, this is the four-step system everyone needs in business in 2025 to scale to 6 and 7 figures. So, the first step of this is actually the most important. I know it's something that you probably have heard a million times, but I want to make sure that I cover it. It's called the $1 million offer. The second piece is the stranger to sale presentation in minutes. The third is the 24/7 salesman. And the fourth is the easy traffic system. So, really, these are just the four pieces that you need in your business to see results in 2025. And if you could focus on this and what I'm going to be sharing in this presentation, I promise that you're going to see a lot better results than what you're doing now. So, let's talk about part one, which is crafting a $1 million offer. So, the truth about $1 million offers is at the end of the day, everyone talks about ad spend, and that's not really the main focus of this presentation, but everyone's always like, hey, how do I get a return on ad spend? And the answer is actually not the ads, it's your offer. The offer is at least 80% of the sale. People buy outcomes, not products. So irresistible offers include dream outcomes, a believable mechanism, and a value stack. If you could focus on those three things in your offer, you're going to have a better offer than probably 95 to 98% of people that are selling things online. So if your offer is not a no-brainer, the rest of what I'm going to show you today is not going to matter. So that's the most important piece. So what I'd actually like to do now is we have this thing called the offer builder. So I'd like to just do a quick demo of that. I'm going to be kind of, as I go through the process, I'm going to show you guys different ways that you can go about doing this. So with everyone's permission, just give me a one in the chat. Are you cool with me sharing the offer builder? Awesome. Okay, so get out of this. Gonna go over here. Can everyone still see my screen?
Yep, we're good.
All right, awesome. So I got this offer builder. I'm going to show you guys. We can generate your irresistible offer in 60 seconds. Just tell us what you sell and who it's for. Why don't we do this? If Jonathan, if you're cool with it, why don't we pick someone from the call to do this for?
Yeah, that'd be great. Does anybody want to have an offer build out for them? Stefan can build it out right here. Just raise your hand and I'll call on you and you guys will build one out live with you right here. Simran said, all right, Simran, that'd be great. So
Awesome.
go ahead. So Simran is in a lot of our training, so she's got some really good stuff. Go ahead.
Great.
I'll let you take it over, Stefan. You can ask her what you need to do.
Thanks, Jonathan. Okay, hey Simran. So first question I'm going to ask you, this is just a very quick process here. What type of offer do you have or do you want to have? There's a drop down here. We've got coaching, consulting, online course, digital product, agency, done for you service, software, professional service, e-commerce, or other.
I would go with other because what I want to do is build up a membership.
What kind of membership was that? Sorry.
Um, just a membership where people can come in and I would have kind of weekly sessions, something like what Jonathan does.
Okay. I think I'm going to classify that under other online course digital product. That would be just a recurring price for that. So let's do that. Who are you helping?
Entrepreneurs who are have a very good life, but they feel kind of empty inside.
Okay. Um, and what are you helping them do?
Um, what I'll be helping them do is feel as good on the inside as they look on the outside.
Hey, Stefan, sorry to interrupt, but we're not seeing the offer builder on our end.
Oh, no one's
We're
seeing
just-
anything right now?
I'm just
Yeah, we
seeing
still get your
the slide
Canva is
deck.
what we're seeing.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Looks like I have to reshare here. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. Let's see here. I guess I switched screen and then we missed it. Okay, share. Okay. Is this can you guys see it now?
Yep, now we do.
Okay, great. Sorry about that. Okay, so who are we helping? What are you helping them do? Feel as good on the inside as they look on the outside. And why is your way better, Simran? Why are the other ways worse?
Um, I don't know if other ways are worse or not, but I think my way is better because it's not just about what we look on the outside. We are building our joy from inside, bringing our inner child out and start enjoying what we do.
Okay, and do you have a name that suggestion? Otherwise, AI can
Yes,
make a
I do
suggestion.
have a name. It's called Soul CEO.
Great. All right. So let's go ahead and just generate the offer here. Okay, come on. Let's see here. All right. So it created a hook for you here. Transform into Soul CEO. Feel as good on the inside as you look on the outside without endless hustle culture or spiritual bypassing that leave you feeling more empty. Came up with a few ideas for the product. Core promise, Soul CEO. It's got the whole promise here. It created a offer stack for you. So this is the main product that it created that you can model for yours. And then down here, it's got a bonus stack. So it actually created a bunch of bonuses that you can use here, and it came up with like theoretical values for these. But basically, this is built on what's worked for us and other marketers around the world that are doing really well. So you can take this and just like this, it even came up with pricing and plans. But obviously, you can tweak this to whatever you want it to be. It's got urgency. It's got a copy and paste summary. So basically, it did a lot of the basics for you here that you can now leverage to go out and create that $1 million offer. And this is based on the frameworks that have helped transform other people's offers that have really struggled. So anyway, this is the $1 million offer builder. I'm going to go ahead and stop my share real quick. We're going to hold on to this. I'm going to actually copy this because we're going to use this later as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and go back to the presentation. But what do you guys think of that so far? What did you think of the offer builder?
Um, it looks great. So if you can share the whole thing with me, I would like to go over because a couple of things that I could look at how it was. It did look like what I was planning to do because I have not launched it yet. So looked like I can leverage a few more things, but it does seem that I'm on the right direction.
Awesome. Great. So that's kind of that's great, Simran. So that's the first step here, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and just go back to presenting. And can we all see my screen again? We're back in the presentation now.
Yes.
Yep, we are.
Okay, great. So obviously we're talking about AI and sales today, but guys, the offer is the most important part when it comes to AI and sales. So I wanted to make sure I covered that. So that's the AI offer builder. And basically, if you don't have a product yet, you can go ahead and use this to get started if it's something that you wanted to do. So that's the step number one. Now, I want to talk about step number two, which I believe is the most important part, the stranger to sales presentation. And this is basically how to convert strangers into clients and sales faster than any other way out there. So before proceeding, if it isn't obvious, your business needs a webinar. And the general concept here that you need to understand is when you're doing sales calls or you're posting or whatever, you're doing one-to-one sales because a sales call you can only Imagine that you have 100 people and you need to speak to them and give the same presentation over and over again to 100 different people versus having them all on one call and giving that presentation to all of them at the same time. It's one-to-many selling, and it is a concept that has transformed my business. I'm sure it's made a big difference in Jonathan's business, and
Absolutely.
it's something that anyone who leverages it can see a big result. So you might be asking yourself, why webinars? Why do they work so well? Well, I'm going to give you a quick list. They build massive trust fast. They're way more effective than other lead magnets. So the people who sign up for a webinar become your leads. But who's going to come to a webinar? Someone who's interested in learning. And that is the best type of person that you want on your audience. It builds massive authority fast because people see you as the go-to expert. It leads to way higher sales rates than sales pages, right? Sales pages are static, whereas a webinar is a dynamic thing that goes through a specific medium that really gets people to bond with you when done correctly. It leads to higher engagement. It creates an instant fan base. It's a captive audience fixated on your narrative. At least, even if you are doing phone sales and you want to continue doing phone sales, you don't need to with a webinar, but if you are, once people get on the phone with you, after having watched your webinar, they're like sold. They're like, okay, I've already understood everything. Every objection has been properly taken down. So that's basically another benefit of doing them. And it's just those one-to-many conversations versus unscalable one-to-one. And at the end of the day, I can't speak highly enough about webinars. What's also interesting is they're based on this study here from 2016. It's even more relevant now. Under in-person events, webinars were listed as the most effective tactic for B2B. And this really works for selling anything. But look at all the other things here. You've got case studies, infographics, videos, white papers, research reports, e-newsletters, blogs, online presentations. But webinars and webcasts are listed as the most important outside of in-person events. So if you want the closest to those in-person connections, it's going to be a webinar. So, a quick story to show you why this really does work for anyone. Basically, I've had back problems for a number of years. I remember I was walking down the street a few years ago and I just collapsed. My lower back had so many issues. And I went on Google and I was like, I need to find a chiropractor. So, I went to Google and I typed in chiropractor in my area. 5 or 6 chiropractors came up. They all had the same website, they all had the same rough reviews. And I'm like, okay, they're all cookie cutter. I just got to pick one and go get my back cracked, right? But there was one chiropractor who stood out to me over all of the other chiropractors. And the reason that they did, and I'll explain it to you here, but 5 to 6 just had a generic website. There was one, he had a webinar replay on his website. And even though I'm the webinar guy, I was able to go in there and see his webinar and be like, oh my God, this guy understands my pain. This guy demonstrated authority. This guy understands exactly what I'm going through and he has the perfect solution. So I went to the chiropractor with a webinar. So this perfectly demonstrates that no matter what industry you're in, having a webinar is going to really dramatically increase your conversions. And even from people who know that webinars and how webinars work. So I feel like this is the perfect example of how this can work for anything. So, on that note, one of the most important assets in your business is the webinar presentation. And this is the antidote to the trust recession that we're going through right now, which again is basically just everyone's able to put out AI content. So, how do you stand out? And the webinar presentation is a very powerful way to stand out because most people won't do them. So I want to quickly go over the old way of creating webinars because you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I don't want to go create all these slides and do all that. Sounds horrible. And traditionally, that was the way that you had to do this. I started in 2013, in business in general. And I remember sitting there crafting webinars. It would take me months, honestly. Hours creating slides, days crafting emails, multiple revisions, constant testing. But now there is a much better way, and that new way is using trained AI to get the highest converting script and slide deck for any offer in minutes and getting ahead of your competition in seconds, skipping months of guesswork or having to pay $10,000 for an agency to create it. But there is a right and a wrong way to do this. And this part I know Jonathan knows all about. But the wrong way to do this is just to go to AI and say things like, write me a high converting webinar, right? You can do this, but your results may suck. And that's because there's nothing trained about what you just did. So the right way to do this is to use trained AI and find specialized AI trained on what specifically you need. For example, an AI trained on being an expert on writing the highest converting sales webinars. That's going to make the huge difference. And we actually have this inside Webinar Kit, so I can show you a way to do this that makes it dumbfoundingly easy. It's called the AI Creator Suite. What's interesting is we've given this to marketers, and this is someone that Jonathan might recognize, Jeff
Yeah,
Hunter, who's a
I know
big,
Jeff.
big
Absolutely.
marketer. Yeah, and I was sitting next to him actually, Jonathan, at the event that we were at, and he said, "I really need a webinar. I need one for this week." And I said, "Oh, interesting." I'm like, "I can help you with that." So we sat down and we built him a webinar using this AI tech that we're talking about, and he got a 15% conversion on the first go with his AI generated webinar. This is a professional marketer, Jeff Hunter. So if this works for Jeff, where we did this on the fly, it could work for pretty much everyone. Another guy, Daniel Cho, I met him last month at an event. He dove right in and he generated a webinar with organic traffic that brought in $22,000, which I thought was amazing. Um, and at the end of the day, that's the power of the Stranger to Sales presentation. And what I want to do now is quickly show you guys how to build this very quickly in AI. Give me another one. And also, if you're cool with it, Jonathan, I would love to build the webinar for another person in the crowd. Let's build someone's webinar. What I do
Yeah,
need,
absolutely.
yeah, let's do it. I need someone's sales page. And please make sure it's actually a sales page. I'll take a look in the comments here before I do this. Let's see here.
If anybody's got one, if you can throw it in the comments, we can take a quick look and we'll be happy to pick one. So if you're thinking like landing page stuff on something like that they're using a funnel page or something.
Yep, it could be a product sales page. It could be a book a call page, as long as it has some information about you, your product, what you sell. If anyone has one, go ahead and drop it in. Otherwise, Jonathan, maybe you have one that we
I
can
say
use.
I've got one I'll definitely drop in and
Okay,
then
why don't we
we can
start with
always
that, and we'll see if someone else hasn't posted, we'll use Jonathan's.
I would love it. This is great. You know I love your software anyway, so this would be cool. I haven't done this one yet, so this would be great.
Appreciate that. Awesome. Okay, it looks like we've got two dropped in. Let's see how much time we have. But okay, so I've got Jonathan, you want me to start with Nicole, or would you like me to start with
Let's
yours?
go with Nicole first. We'll come to mine if we have time.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the this We Thrive. This looks good. Okay, so let's grab that We Thrive Collective. Okay. And I'm gonna go to I think I have to reshare my screen. So let's do that. Okay.
We're seeing the landing page yet, just so you know what we're seeing.
Okay, cool. Let's reshare.
There we go.
Okay,
Now
can
we've
you
got your
guys now
screen.
see
Yep.
something that says scripts up here? Okay, great.
Yep.
So I'm going to go into a new script here. All right. And I'm going to click this button called Generate Script with AI. I'm going to choose a sales webinar 50 to 70 slides. And we also have a VSL option. So if you guys want to do video sales letters, that's an option. But for now, I'm going to choose a sales webinar. I'm going to go to autofill prompt questions, web page. I'm going to paste in this link for the We Thrive Collective Functioning and Feral Hub. Okay, let's go ahead and click autofill questions here. So what it's doing now is the technology is parsing the website to find relevant information that we can use in crafting a webinar that's going to convert like crazy and turn strangers into sales in as little as 30 to 45 minutes. It could take anywhere from 10 seconds to a minute. So, okay, it came in pretty fast. So what it's done is it's pulled in all of the relevant information from the website to create this. It created a title for the webinar. It did, if, would you mind telling me your name just so I can, or maybe you could post it in the chat or share it so I could just add that in?
It's Nicole is the one who shared that. She put it in the
Nicole.
chat if you need the last name as well. I'm not gonna Nicole, I apologize, but I'm gonna mess up your last name, so I'm not gonna try to say that.
Okay. If you could spell it for me, because I've got the screen up
It
in
is
the.
again PHOMMANORAT. I can do that again if you need it again.
Perfect. I think I got it right.
That's perfect.
Awesome.
You got
Okay.
it.
Thank you. Okay, so it came up with the main promise. It came up with who the event is for. It came in with pain points, biggest desires. Now, by the way, all of this is editable and you could fill these in manually, but the beauty is you can paste your website and get a sales presentation. So we come down and we've got all this information. It added It didn't look like it pulled in anything for the presenter's journey. I'm going to leave that blank for this presentation. But basically, it's got the offered deliverables. You can always come in here and just add this part in. But just the fact that we pulled whatever it got from the website saved us minutes, or at least 10 minutes of time having to manually fill this out. It's got the regular price, and it looks like this is the founding members rate here. And I'm just going to paste the link here for the sales page. It came up with a lot of information, and down here there's just a couple of settings that you can choose. So I'm going to choose some text and most slides with images for this. We also have a custom instructions thing. So if you want to make this in another language, or you want to give it a certain tone, you can give custom instructions here, and it will modify the script based on your custom instructions. If you leave it blank, it's going to do its thing based on what we recommend. So I'm going to go ahead and just click generate script here. And this is actually now writing Nicole's webinar. So you could see the slides. It's going through. It's on slide 7. It's going pretty fast. Basically, this is something that would manually have taken me a very long time, and taken anyone a very long time. And what's cool is now this AI is going in and building the webinar that Nicole can now go and run, whether automated. She can also do it live if she wants, but she can build an automated sales system. And this is the first step in doing that. And what's so powerful about this, like I said, is like traditionally the barrier to entry for doing something like this is months of your time or paying an agency $10,000 to $20,000. So now you don't have to do that. So it's building it based on what works. Remember, you can go to ChatGPT and ask for a webinar output, but you're not going to get something that's proven based on, multi-millions in personal sales and then running a webinar software with over 20,000 customers. You kind of learn a thing or two having that unique perspective. So it's still going, it's still building. But basically, it's almost done. It's building the stack right now. All right, still going. It's probably, I think we chose 50 to 70 slides, so it's going to be probably around there. It varies a little bit depending on the offer and how much information we give it, but all right, looks like it did 54 slides. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. All right, so one other interesting thing is that you can actually come here and edit any of this. So if you're not happy with something, you can change any of this. You can change the offer link. So you've got a lot of opportunity here to make the changes. But basically, just like that, we have our webinar script. What does everyone think about this? Because I got a couple other things to show you, but I wanted to kind of show the first part.
It still blows me away every time I see that, Stefan. It's just amazing what that comes up with, and I can't wait to show everybody the next steps.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So, all right, so let's go ahead and take this to the next part, which I call this part pretty cool, but I think the next step is really cool. And the third step is, in my opinion, I don't think Jonathan's even seen the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and click exit. It says it's still generating. It did finish, so I'm going to just make sure I resave it here. Okay, so saved. I'm going to get out because it did save. So anyway, so we've got that saved here under scripts 1921. I'm going to now go to slides here, and you can probably guess where we're going with this. But I'm going to go to a new slide deck. Okay. It's going to pull up the slide editor here. Okay. And basically, I'm going to come in here and go to this button called Create with AI and create slide deck from script. I'm going to go and find Nicole's script, which will be at the very bottom here. So I pulled that in. Nicole, would you mind sharing what theme you prefer for your design here?
We can go with the black one at the end with the purple highlight.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn off branding for the moment, replace existing slides. We're going to generate images with AI, and I'm going to click Import Script. Okay, so what this is doing now is creating Nicole's sales presentation, not just a script. It's based off the script that we had the opportunity to create previously. And you can see it's going through and it's building the entire webinar. And the interesting thing is you'll see that the slides that have an image on them are taking a bit longer. And then you'll see for ones that don't have an image, like if it gets, I don't remember if I selected all images or part, but basically the slides with the image, it's generating that. It's using AI to generate the photos. So these are all unique photos. I remember the day on marketing, and Jonathan probably does too, where you had to go to Shutterstock or you had to go to all these websites and pay for stock footage and hope that you don't get sued if you accidentally use a photo that was copyrighted or someone else's property. Well, now with AI generated images, that problem is pretty much a thing of the past. So what's really cool is this deck is not only building the slides, but it's building 100% unique AI generated images for your deck. So you can see it's going pretty fast here. It's on slide 13 now. It's going to go to slide 54. I'm happy to answer any questions or while we're waiting on this, if anyone has any questions on this while we're waiting for it to finish.
Well, this is building on. If you've got a question, you feel free to raise your hand. We'll do that. Nicole's asking, can you prompt for a style for image creation?
You can, yeah. I would put that information in the custom instructions for the script builder, because the script builder is where we actually put that information in on what kind of photos we want, and then that information is what gets fed into the image and slide creator here. So you can definitely do that. It's something that, it might not give you like exactly verbatim what you want, but it'll get you much closer to the style that you're looking for. And that's always something that we're looking at. We're always taking feature suggestions. Jonathan, even since I think you saw this a few months ago, it's been massively improved with more
It it,
options.
it has been. Another question, Marty's wondering, where does the voice come from? Where is that generated, or how is that generated?
Great question. I'm going to be showing the voice component next, actually, once we finish the deck.
Awesome.
But I
Cool.
will say that we have some built-in stock voices that you can use, but we also connect to HeyGen. So if um,
Nice.
you've got a HeyGen avatar, you can connect your HeyGen avatar video and voice to narrate your webinars or video sales letters. So I'm gonna show you the button to do that after this. It does take some time to generate that, so I'm not going to do a generation on
Sure.
this
No, that makes
call.
sense.
Yeah, but I will show you guys that we have that capability and what that looks like. But yeah, we're on slide 34, guys. You know how happy I would have been if I could press a few buttons like we've just done here and have a webinar done 10 years ago? Oh, it would have been a game changer.
3 years
Yeah, they
ago.
don't have to vacuum clean the
So
hotel rooms. They'll let the Mexicans
hang
do
on a
that.
minute. Let's mute a couple people here a minute. Sorry about that. How about Simran? You've got a question. What would you like to ask while we're watching this generate?
I was going to just ask that, like we've done the brand scribe or the self scribe. So would you recommend us to put that in the customer instructions? That's a little bit more wordings, but I don't know how much we can put in there.
Sorry,
Yeah, so
I
Stefan,
totally
one,
missed
one of the things one of the things we've got that we've taught is what we call a self-scribe and brand scribe. It creates essentially a couple paragraphs to a page of information about your personal style and tone, your brand, and all that. Is there capacity to copy and paste that in or attach that in some fashion, or is that going to be too much information?
What I would say for now is I would try to get a maybe reduced version of that for the section that you could put into the script. That would probably be how I would do it to start. But that's something we're always looking to add more options. So maybe Jonathan, that's something that we do down the road. But for now, I'd say get a condensed version and use that.
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent.
Awesome. Okay, so it finished generating. Just to make sure I don't lose anything, I'm just going to click save. It's going to save that deck, but not bad for an AI generated deck. Let's take a look here. So, system, this is what it thinks Nicole looks like. So that's the beauty is you can come in here and change anything. So if you want to change these images, you can come in here and you could even generate new AI images if you're not happy with the existing one. But all these images are saved into your library here. If I go back to show slides, it created images for every slide. So you can come in if you don't like anything. You could change text here. You can change whatever you want. Um, Basically, oops, we'll go back to show slides. So you can come down and make any change that you want. But you can see this came out. This is very similar to the perfect webinar script, but also modified based on our own results. So we've kind of taken our own approach to it, and basically you come down and it's got the structure that you need to actually generate sales. There are other slide deck builders out there like Gamma, but those are not optimized for sales. Remember what we said about using untrained AI for the purpose of what you're actually trying to do. The beauty of this is it's trained to sell. It's trained to create a deck that you could use to sell. So for a first time thing that we did in 10 minutes, Nicole, what do you think?
It looks pretty good. I mean, looks wise, it looks good. I like that the slides aren't, too crowded with information.
Yeah.
Um,
And the
Definitely
other cool thing is we
different
have
pictures, but it looks good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so the beauty is you can always come in and make any change that you want if you're unhappy with something. And we also do have those options in the beginning. So if you wanted one that was more image based and less text, you can kind of choose whichever one you want. I don't remember exactly what settings I chose, but those are all there for you. So anyway, basically we have a sales presentation. And what's really cool now is if I go to this button and click create with AI, you can see here we have a few different options. One is to create video from slide deck, which I'll show you in a minute. And we also have the ability for you to generate a PDF. So you can download this as a PDF. You can also download it as an editable PowerPoint file. So you can take this and put it into PowerPoint or Google Sheets and make edits there as well. So this is not something that only has to live on Webinar Kit. You can take it and put it on other systems that you prefer. So we have pretty much full functionality as far as that goes. And then we also have the create video from slide deck. So this is really cool, right? Everyone hates recording their own webinar. So now, if that's something that you don't want to do, you don't have to. You can still, of course, do it, record it yourself. But we have two options here. We have narrated video or narrated video with avatar. If I go to narrated video, you can see we've got some stock people here. We've got some Australians, American women, American men. So we've got some personas here that you can leverage. And we also have it with video. So you can kind of choose someone and see what they look like and kind of decide, like, is this the person I want to narrate my video? Or you can, there's an option to connect your HeyGen and use your own personal avatar. So those are the two options as far as the video creative. I'm not going to generate that here on Nax. We do have a bit more of the presentation to get to, but that's the AI webinar builder. And the beauty here is no longer are you limited to doing webinars where you have to build things manually anymore. You can do this. You can do this automatically with AI. So that's step two. What do we think, guys?
Very cool. Very cool. Got a couple questions when we have time, but I don't want to interrupt you. So keep your flow going, Stefan, and let us know when you've got, and we'll take some more questions. But keep
Yeah,
moving on.
let's
This
do
is
it.
great.
Let's do a bit more, and then we can kind of get into it. So that's the step two, guys. That's your stranger to sales presentation. So part three is what I call the automated sales system. So this is to nurture and convert leads for you 24/7, 365. So I think a lot of businesses get caught in what I call the manual sales trap. So this is going live multiple times per week, working around the different time zones, losing sales during off hours, paying expensive software fees, and limited by personal availability. But many have already moved to the new way, which basically is something I'm going to be sharing in a minute. But basically, the problem with relying on live webinars to sell is that you're trading time for sales. Your
Mhm.
burnout kills performance. Inconsistent attendance means inconsistent revenue. Live webinars create spikes, but not stability. And you're repeating the same pitch over and over again. So even though webinars take us from manual sales presentations to one to many, we still have to keep giving the same presentation over and over again, which can get tiring and scaling becomes impossible. And when you stop showing up, your sales stop showing up too. So I like to think of live webinars as cable TV. Live, basically, they're important still. There's still events that we show up live for, like sporting events, or maybe you want to watch a political debate, whatever it is. Live webinars have their place, but I like to look at automated webinars as on demand, the Netflix model, right? And Netflix is absolutely killing cable TV. So at the end of the day, having that automated webinar on demand for someone when they want to consume the information from you, they have the ability to do it. They don't have to wait for that live event. The live event is great when you do it, but having that always on, automated, in demand virtual event is going to be huge for your business. Now, you might be asking, oh, aren't automated webinars deceptive? So I call this the newbie trap because the message is real, it's just delivered automatically. Every viewer gets your best performance, not a tired one. Viewers generally know it's recorded and they just don't care. Like they want to get the best presentation, they want to get the information when they want it, right? Do you care that a Netflix show is pre-recorded and that you're watching it when you want? It's not really a huge deal. People just kind of want to consume the information. And I would say automation is integrity at scale because while you're thinking this way, your competition is eating up all the digital real estate. There's an old saying that attention is currency. And if you don't have this on demand presentation that people can access at any time, you're missing out on attention equaling currency, and someone else is going to be doing it. So, automated webinars, the secret to selling without tiring out is that you get a seamless presentation every time. You can automate hundreds of events per month, making it easy for more people to show up when convenient, meaning more leads and sales. There's no potential for live blunders, so there's no tech issues, none of that. Like people can just consume the information and you can have the perfect presentation and there's no need to go live over and over again. And you could automate any virtual event. You can automate sales webinars, challenges, workshops, mini webinars, demos, trainings, whatever you want to automate, you can automate. And while you're thinking about if this is even something that you should be doing, I'm telling you that it's been holding you back from maximizing your success. Simple math are definitely to blame on not leveraging automated webinars. And I want to show you some math that this is actually something that you should be doing. So this is some data that I had my team compile for me. But basically, automated webinars on average that we've seen on our platform are 68 minutes, where live webinars generally go closer to 100 minutes. The conversion rate on automated webinars is a bit lower. Like in terms of the registrations, we see 33% registrations on automated versus 40% for live. And that makes sense because people know that they could watch it at any time. So they're not getting as big of a sense of urgency. The attendance rate, though, is where we see a huge difference. In automated webinars, you get a 55% attendance rate versus live, which only gets a 31. This is the average aggregated across our platform. Now, what's interesting about this is it makes sense, right? Like, how much more likely are you to watch a Netflix show on when you can watch it on your own time versus, oh, it was 7 p.m. on Tuesday, I was busy. So this is the biggest thing, is that you're going to get so many more eyeballs on your things by leveraging an automated presentation. So, what conclusions can we draw? Well, automated events see 7% less registrations, but 24% more attendees. So, this means out of every webinar invite, let's say you have 100 visitors on average, right? This is just a rough idea here. 33% automated registrations, 55% view, right? That could be 18 out of 100 versus 40 live registrations and 31% view. That's 12 out of 100. So you're getting out of 100 people that register for I'm sorry, 100 people that visit the registration page for a live webinar versus an automated, you're seeing on average, based on the data we're seeing, 18 people consuming the automated webinar versus 12 people consuming a live event. So on average, that could be a 50% increase in viewership, which means it could be 50% higher conversions. So that's very, very powerful. And another interesting thing that I thought was interesting is live webinars generally tend to go longer. They're 31 minutes longer, which means that with automated webinars, you could have a shorter presentation and get roughly 25% more of people to see it without having to go live all the time. So it's even a shorter presentation is getting better results. The other thing about automated webinars is, from what we've seen, is they're more honest when they're done right because they're the best presentation every time. No tired, no off days, no mistakes, perfect delivery of your value, and consistent experiences for everyone. They're more respectful of people's time because they're available when your prospect is ready. You don't have to wait days or weeks for the next live session, and they're perfect for global audiences and respectful of different time zones. And they're more effective for sales. People buy based on value, not timing, and your best content is always available to them 24/7. Now, we made this super easy inside Webinar Kit. Of course, we're not just an AI webinar builder, but we also run the webinars themselves. Our AI helps make building the highest converting automated salesman possible in minutes with no marketing or technical experience needed. You can have something like this running on your business, which we recommend you do, whether you use Webinar Kit or not, where someone can come to a landing page like this, register for your course, and they would see their name, email, and you could pop up lead information for them to collect their information and then put that information in front of them to collect those leads. And what's really cool, this is some of our automated webinars where one of ours got 9,429 registrations, and then another one got 13,000 registrations. You could see roughly half of the people are actually attending the webinar, which is great. Now, what's really cool about this is, can you imagine if you had an automated webinar running between now and whenever you started your business in the past, if you had collected, 22,000 leads and over 11,000 of them consumed your message without you having to sit on a live webinar? How could that have changed your business? And how could that have influenced you? And this hopefully really nails home that point that having this running 24/7, you could still go about doing your posting, you could still go about doing your live webinars, but this layer underneath that running 24/7 is doing a lot of heavy lifting for you, converting people. And now with AI, you can generate this presentation and automation will build the sales part as well. So Another thing we've noticed with other automated events on other platforms is they don't have any AI to help you build your webinar. And I think that's why Jonathan wanted me to show you guys this because there's really like nothing like this out there. They're also hard to use, outdated, and not built for sales. They don't even autoplay the video. So this is interesting. Back when we started Webinar Kit, one of the main reasons we started is because the other automated webinar software, you'd sign up for the presentation and you go into a page where you have to press a button to hit play. And we remember thinking to ourselves, why? That's just a video player. That's not a simulated live presentation. So I don't know how that was overlooked, but that was one of the original reasons we started it. So, and we have a ton of other things like AI chat responses, which just make this super, super, powerful. So that's the 24/7 salesman. You guys want me to show you a 3-minute demo of how you can build a webinar in Webinar Kit?
And that would be cool. And again, just if you kind of remind everybody, just a couple questions and the thing about, what we're talking about here is an automated webinar that can literally run for you. What's that look like when the user, so if one of my prospects or customers comes in, Stefan, what's that look like from their perspective, just to give us a little bit of overview?
So in terms of like when they come to the landing page,
Yeah, is it just, I mean, it basically they come to a landing page, they say they want to watch the webinar, it pops up and it's like, hey, here's your webinar. It's literally available to them 24/7 when they want to go ahead and pull that up. I mean, correct? That's the gist as we're pulling all this, I guess.
yeah, I'm actually going to share my screen and show that real quick. So I'll show you guys just real quick. So on we practice what we preach here. So we've got this running. We've got this little widget in the bottom left-hand corner on our website. If we click this, can you guys see this? It pops up a little.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So we run this 24/7. This isn't even a pretty page. This page converts at 60% of traffic. So it's always the messaging is the most important thing. But really, at the end of the day, you're looking at this page, you're thinking, okay, this isn't even pretty, right? And we're the people who built the software. You can go ahead and make a prettier page if you want. Our tool allows you to do that. But I just cared about getting something out that was going to work. And this is one of the pages that's generated, I think it was like 10,000 leads. Now, this is the landing page. You can make this as pretty or as ugly as you want. But basically, if someone clicks register now, it's going to pop up something here. And we run a few different options. So we run, you can see here, it's going to have what's called a just-in-time option. So that's going to start at 120. We have one that sets within every 5-minute interval. So 120, 125, 130. It'll pick however close you are to the next one, and it'll start the session at that time. I have a 20-minute just-in-time session. So this one says it's going to start in 16 minutes, or that might be every 15 minutes. This one is an hour and 41 minutes away. So I have every day I do a 3 p.m., an 8 p.m., and a 10 a.m. And then I have 2 just-in-time sessions. And these are settings that you can tweak inside of the tool. But this is the automated salesman. So if I put my information in here, it's going to take me to just going to put my info in here. You guys are going to have my number. Don't text me. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to click register now. And actually, it went right into the webinar because it went right into the webinar this time because it was starting right when I went in. But you can see there was a brief moment of a thank you page there that people would get. And you could see here that we've actually got someone in the watching the presentation right now. So that's live. That's not me, but that's someone who is just watching this right now. And it's someone I'm not selling. I'm on this webinar, right? I'm live. My other webinar is running right now, selling someone. I don't have to be there for it. What's also really cool is this is going to pop up, and um, you can see over here it's going to start pretty soon. But I have an AI persona that I run during this, so I have Mr. Chatty. So we have a chat simulator that basically you can set to talk to the person throughout the presentation. And there's people who have used these chat simulators to simulate fake attendance. I don't do that. What I do is I create an AI persona and I run that during the webinar. So I come in here and I go, Mr. Chatty AI, and what he does is he puts some humor into it. He gets people laughing a little bit, but he also makes sure the main points are coming across when they need to be, put across. So you could see here, he just did it again. Mo income streams, less problems. So he's coming in and he's kind of subtly adding some entertainment, but he's building some engagement. And people definitely like listening to Mr. Chatty while they're on the presentation. They never know what he's going to say next. But really, this is just a perfect example of what you could have running 24/7. And we showed you it's generated, just 2 of the ones that we've had have generated over 22 to 23,000 leads for us that are getting sold to 24/7. So anyway, that's kind of the idea there. So I do have one more section of the presentation, but happy to take some questions.
All right. One question Camille has, and we'll go to Joanne in a minute. But Camille had asked, on the autoplay, does the viewer have the ability to control the video, like to stop it, rewind, pause, anything like that in the
Uh,
auto webinar?
so right now we don't allow that just because the whole point is that this is supposed to be a simulated live presentation. So we
Makes
don't really
sense.
allow that. But if you, I don't believe we have that.
No,
I
that's
think my
that's all right.
team, yeah, I think my team is on the call, so they can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure they could just chime in if they want to. But yeah, I believe we don't have that. So
Okay, cool. And then
yeah.
Joanne, you've got
I
your hand
can
up.
I
What?
can chime in and answer that a little bit better. Sorry to
Oh,
interrupt,
please,
but yeah,
guys.
if someone did want to do an on-demand type of event, they could always use our replay page functionality.
Hmm.
And you can set up your registration page to actually redirect to the replay page instead of the what kind of live, even in the automated case, the live watch room. So you can have it go to your kind of custom built replay page, and that video player that is on the page will let you kind of like scrub to wherever you want in the video. So it's sort of an on-demand format if you want that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Awesome. Okay.
Joanne,
Thanks.
you've got a question, Joanne. What's on your mind?
Yeah, thanks so much. And Stefan, this is brilliant. I'm really enjoying this. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
Um, yeah, of course. So we do marketing for a variety of clients. So would each client then need to have their own subscription, and then I would manage each of those within their given subscription, or am I able to create multiples for my clients with one subscription?
So you can definitely do that. Like if you can create unlimited webinars, so you can just use a standard account and create unlimited webinars. We do have some other options. Like if you ever wanted to upgrade, we have agency, we have white label. So those are other things that you might be interested in as well. But to start, you can literally just create unlimited webinars, and we also let you export. If you have a webinar and you want to export it to a different account later, you can always do that too. Just kind of like how you can clone funnels in certain software, you can clone webinars in Webinar Kit and import and export them.
Okay, may I ask one more question real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, so one of our clients is a SaaS client, and the messaging gets a little bit difficult because even though they've been around for 6 years, it's a little bit different of a cybersecurity solution. So, is there an availability within the webinar then to have little mini videos instead of images that can speak to maybe talking points along the presentation so that they can see within the software how it works?
Do you mean for an automated webinar, and do you mean specifically using our webinar builder?
Yes.
Good question. So at the moment, you would have to download the video that you create and then just kind of splice those videos in manually. But that is something that we're looking to add more to the future.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. All
Perfect.
right. So,
We
oh, sorry,
got
John.
you got time for one more? We got Paul's got his hand up if you got time for one more.
Yeah, let's
Go
do
ahead,
it.
Paul.
There we go. Okay.
Paul, we
Is
can
this,
just hardly hear you. Can you try that again?
is that better?
There we go.
Yep.
Much better. Yep.
Okay. Is there any marketing tools in here, or is it strictly just a sales page?
That's actually the next section.
Oh,
So-
okay.
There we go.
all right, perfect. So let's get to that without further ado. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to share my screen again.
Please do.
Okay. Okay, can everyone see my screen here? I'm going to just go full screen again. Okay, so that's the third section. I'm going to go to the next section here, and this is called Turn on Traffic. This is step 4 of the process. So basically, getting traffic to webinars is actually easier than ever. I know a lot of people think traffic is the hard part. I remember when I got started online, I thought traffic was the hard part too, until I understood that the issues were my offers. Right? I just thought, oh, I need to get more people showing up. But no, the issue is actually you need to have a great offer, and you need to be able to sell that offer automatically. So we covered all of that. So the next part is actually pretty easy, which is turning on the traffic. So there are two primary traffic methods that you could focus on in 2025. One of them is organic lead flow, and one of them is conversion ads. Those are the two things that we focus on in our business, and those are the two things that I recommend that you focus on. So it's actually never been easier to get traffic thanks to AI. You can use AI to write viral posts for Facebook and LinkedIn on any topic. And this is actually some of my personal results that I've gotten on my Meta profile just running traffic. And this was a combination of creating viral style posts and posting them on Facebook and then sharing in certain groups. So a few of them ended up getting amazing results. So this was between September 19th and October 16th. Since then, it's been a little lower, but like this is just showing you the power of if you're consistent and you post consistently, you can get a ton of visibility to your offers. Now, with our system, you've optimized your offer and your selling, and now the conversions are easy. So at the end of the day, we've also spent a lot of money on paid traffic. At this point, this screenshot's probably a little outdated. It's probably over 700,000 now, but we've spent, we're not too far off from $1 million in revenue. And you can see the returns there are almost 5 million. Just on this one particular product that we sell. And basically, at the end of the day, if you're consistent with what I just showed you in this presentation, you can not only get sales from organic, but you can get sales from running paid ads. And this is a pretty casual 9x ROI. Like I don't think we are like crazy ad experts. We know how to get in there because we focused on the system. But there's people who are running ads where they're like every dollar they're like tracking the metrics, and we don't even do that. We literally just every month we get some new ads up. We have the system in place that keeps everything pretty consistent. But really, at the end of the day, we understood that focusing on the simple system is what leads to the outcome that you want, which is having that amazing offer, having the automated system running, and allowing for the sales to just come in. And AI can generate everything. And at the end of the day, we actually have something called Webinar Kit Academy inside of Webinar Kit, which teaches you all of this information. It teaches you how to, obviously the AI builder can build all of your assets for you and you can build your webinar funnel in minutes. But if you want to learn the strategies on sales copy and you want to learn what makes a webinar convert amazingly, you want to learn how to run those ads, you want to do organic marketing, we cover everything inside of Webinar Kit Academy, and we make it super simple. Even someone who's brand new that's never posted on Facebook before, never run an ad, can follow the steps to get results. So guys, that is the four-piece traffic system here. I'm sorry, four-piece system to scale your business in 2025. That was part 4 of the traffic system. Basically, you now know how to grow your business fast, the best way, the new way. Like I said, this used to be much harder, but AI has made this much easier. So what I'm going to do now is just let you know that you basically got 2 choices. Choice 1 is you could obviously go in and do this all the hard way, or you can get our entire system with Webinar Kit and start selling 24/7. I can go ahead and kind of show you what I mean by that. We've actually put together a special Whitebeard deal here for you. This is going to be the all-in-one package to sell like crazy 24/7 without sales teams, endless posting, or endless live webinars. So it's going to allow you to create and optimize those $1 million offers, build sales presentations in minutes that sell anything, and convert strangers into sales for any product in any niche in as little as 35 to 45 minutes. And build and run automated salesmen that collect leads and etc. and show you how to get the max now sales while building your list of people who are ready to buy down the road because they've already consumed your information. So they're going to want to, stay on your list. They're going to open your emails and all of that good stuff. So just to kind of go into it a little bit more, here's everything you're getting. So the first thing is the AI Creator Suite. That's what we kind of uncovered here. It's going to let you build unlimited $1 million offers, just like the example that we did earlier. It's going to allow you to build unlimited webinar scripts and slide decks in minutes to sell anything based on private data from millions in sales and data from running a webinar platform. We've kind of learned a lot. It's got the AI voice. You can connect your HeyGen avatar, etc. So that's kind of step 1. The second thing that you're getting is unlimited automated webinar funnels. So you can create those webinars that actually run 24/7, kind of like the example that we showed earlier, and build them to sell anything to anyone. This is going to take the presentation from the last step and put it in there. What's interesting is there are other webinar software out there, but I haven't seen any of them actually help you build the sales presentation, let alone like narrate it with AI. So at the end of the day, this is the missing part that we really wanted to kind of pioneer and make easy for people. So that's the next thing you're getting. The third thing you're getting is Webinar Kit Academy. You're going to get lifetime access to that. It's a complete webinar marketing playbook, AI webinar creation strategies, and traffic made simple. So if you're worried about traffic, I know Paul mentioned this, to get to your automated and live webinars, we've got you covered in there. We cover everything when it comes to the marketing. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is we do have a private community for Webinar Kit users. So you'll get access to that because if you're on this call, you already know the importance of webinars. So what else do you need to succeed? I was talking to Jonathan about this. before, and I wanted to come up with something that was going to be really good for you guys. So the first thing that you're going to get is a bonus VIP session with me, where I'm going to take everyone who purchases this special Whitebeard deal. We're going to get on a call, and that call is going to basically be where you can talk to me directly, get all the help you need. I'll stay on as long as people need to get you onboarded, get you set up with a system, and you can pick my brain as much as you want to set up your webinars, set up your AI, to build systems for 2025 and 2026 that'll be running 24/7. The same kind of systems I showed you that we're running, where we've had tens of thousands of leads come in and they're getting automatically nurtured for us while I'm doing other things. I'm on here right now. I've got people that are getting nurtured and sold outside of this live presentation. So it's really the best way to clone yourself. So that's the first thing I'm going to offer. The second thing is we're going to ship you a copy of our best-selling book, Sell More with Webinars. So we're going to send this directly to your house. It's a great playbook to just have on your living room table or on your bookshelf, where if you need to reference the physical copy, there's something about a physical item. It's just nice. It's just nice to have the physical item. And I think it's also good to have it right in front of you when you need it. I've got books on my bookshelf that I need to reference quite regularly that I just pull out when I need to. And it makes a big difference. It's a nice break from the digital stuff. And then the third thing is we're going to give you our AI sales chat agent. So we're going to unlock that for you. Basically, what this is I showed you how we have the chat simulator where it talks to the person one way. But your automated webinars, one of the biggest problems we saw is that when you run an automated webinar, if you have people that are in the chat, no one's manning it. So what we did is we created an AI that will answer all of the chat questions. It'll answer objections. It'll sell people in the chat, and it'll and answer all questions. You can train it very simply to answer everything, and that leads up to a 5x increase in conversions, because at the end of the day, it makes total sense, right? Imagine you have someone in the automated webinar who is like, "Oh, I'm really interested in this, but I have this one question," and then they get ghosted. Of course, they're not going to buy from you at that point. So you're saving all of these potential sales by doing this. So that's the third thing that we're going to offer. Now, if you got all of these items together, it is easily worth $4,500 a year. But because this is a Whitebeard deal, we do have a special. We're running it for a few days. You're going to get access to that entire thing today. So just what we mentioned, we've got three options for you. You can get it monthly for $58 a month, or yearly for $238 a year, or you can get the lifetime option for just under $1,200. So those are the options, and will say to you, if all this did was allow you to replace your endless sales calls with one 24/7 system that sells for you while you live your life, would it be worth it? If all it did was help you build a high converting sales presentation in minutes with AI instead of spending months guessing, would it be worth it just for that piece? If all it did was give you a system to sell 24/7, if all it did was let you scale your products and services without hiring a big team or working more hours, and if all it did was gave you a community. Even these pieces individually have all been things that have dramatically helped my business. But the benefit is with this deal, you get everything together. So basically, like I said, guys, you've got amazing results here. If you're wondering if the AI generated webinars actually produce sales, they do. And they work really, really well. We've got a lot of testimonials. I'm not going to sit here and read every one of you, but we've got a ton of testimonials here from people that started, and they were probably in the same spot that a lot of you guys are in right now, where they're just looking for that one piece that's going to allow for the automated sales to start coming in, and now it's been easier than ever. And people always ask me, how do you compare to Webinar Jam and all these other ones? Well, I'll let you be the judge. This is G2, which is the largest software review site, and this is how we stack up on there compared to other competitors. So you can see how we look for this one. This is another very popular competitor to us, and you can kind of get an idea here for yourself. You can go look these up on Google if you want, if you don't believe me. But these are things that you can go look into. So at the end of the day, we've got this offer at getwebinarkit.com/whitebeard. It's going to be live for a few days. So happy to answer any questions, but we've really put together a special deal for you guys to come in and automate your sales. And I imagine it works really well with everything that Jonathan is kind of doing with you guys and helping you out with. So with that said, I can go ahead and take some questions now if anyone has any last minute questions.
I think there were some couple questions just on the pricing. I may have put the wrong link, and I put our affiliate link in. Is that the wrong link for this deal? Is this link the special and just add the one?
Oops. Okay, so
I might have
Jonathan,
put the wrong link in.
If you mean the one that I had shared privately, yeah, that was for our that was for
That's
the
your Black
best
Friday
one.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Which is this
So
is a better. Here's the good news, guys. This is a much better deal. So what Stefan is making us is a much better deal. So yeah, go to that getwebinarkit.com/whitebeard. Totally my mess up. Not a big deal, but that's all right because it's a better deal for you guys. So definitely want the better deal. I'll go ahead and post that in here a minute in the chat. Getwebinarkit.com/whitebeard. We've partnered with Stefan on some other things, so that's why I've got multiple links that I'm working on. And welcome to my ADHD world of getting confused on things. But yeah, this is a killer deal, guys. Give you it's yeah, I mean much better than the Black Friday deal, which is a good deal too. So this is an incredible deal to put together.
is
Jen's
the
asking,
price? Oh, sorry.
sorry,
Yep.
Jen got in a little bit late. She was asking, will this convert emails into a CRM? So is there any connection to CRMs or anything like that, or how does that work? Or do we
Great
just use like
question.
GHL on the front end?
Great question. So basically, at the end of the day, we connect to almost every major CRM. So we've got high level, we've got all the ones, Aweber, MailChimp, whatever you can think of, we've got an integration with. So we have built-in emails and SMS for your webinars. So for your automated webinars, you can set up reminders, email reminders and SMS reminders and calendar reminders. But if you want to also take those leads and put them into something that you've, like maybe an automation system for long term, or you want to follow up in your own CRM, we give you the choice. You can follow up directly in Webinar Kit and use our built-in systems, or you can pass those leads into your own CRM.
Perfect. Awesome. That's excellent. Love that. Anybody else got any questions at all about this, about how it works? Any questions in general about there? Jen wants to know how many webinars can we create? I think you said it was unlimited. Is that correct?
Yep, you can create unlimited webinars. So the webinar funnel builder, you can build unlimited webinars inside of that. For the AI webinar builder, that is you can build. I believe we give you up to 2 or 3 webinars to start, and then there is a credit system. But basically, it comes out very inexpensive to build additional webinars. So every month we give you a certain amount of credits, and then if you go over those credits, just because we incur costs as well, but we're not talking a lot of money. We're talking after you build your initial couple of webinars, it might be a couple bucks to make a webinar, whereas in the past, this is something that would cost like $10,000.
Yeah, I would say it's really, really inexpensive. Absolutely. Question about different languages. If can they be created in other languages?
Everything could be created in other languages. Both the presentations and the webinar funnels could be changed to any language.
There we go. That's amazing. So, and saw a couple people asking, will there be a replay? We will post the replay and send it out to everybody. The promo though that Stefan's running runs for I believe 3 days. So don't sit on this one too long because then you're going to have to do the Black Friday deal, which is next week. But it's almost twice as much money as this is. So this is a really incredible deal that Stefan's putting out. So, right. Can we create and sell webinars to clients?
Of course.
There
That's
we go.
we have people who have messaged me that run webinar and video sales letter agencies, and they're messaging me saying, "Not gonna lie to you, I'm doing a lot of the heavy lifting for our 5 to 10K clients, building the webinars in AI with your tool." So you can definitely do that. That's even a business opportunity if you wanted it to be, where
I
maybe
love it.
people pay you to build webinars.
There you go. Yeah, so tons of opportunity, guys. Again, great opportunities, and I can't speak highly enough. We're building out some with this right now. And again, as Stefan mentioned, I know Jeff Hunter really well. He and I are in a mastermind. Jeff's actually in the same mastermind. And I talk to Jeff every week about different stuff. And I know Jeff had great luck with this as well. Um, I know there were some questions, what can you sell via this? And the answer is really anything that you want. Stefan, could you give us a couple of examples as we wrap up about just some of the things that people are selling with Webinar Kit?
Absolutely. You can sell courses, agency services, coaching programs, memberships, e-commerce products. I think my business partner he told me about a really interesting one. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like last week, and he's like, we have someone selling what the heck was it? It was a interesting service, but basically anything that's a product or service. We even have e-commerce products like that are being sold. People use webinars to sell e-commerce because maybe your soap bar is healthier than the other soap bar, and you need to educate people. But if you're selling, and I gave the example of the chiropractor, right? So people might
Hmm.
think, oh, this is just for selling courses, like marketing courses. No, you could sell anything. You could sell courses on any subject, any sort of digital product or physical product. Is something that could be sold with this, because at the end of the day, the webinar sales strategy that we kind of talked about is really transferable to almost anything.
Stefan, were you thinking of the person that was selling the Get Your Boyfriend Back program?
It might have been that, yeah. So
Now that is a little bit off or out of the box. I love that.
yeah,
So
so we come across some interesting ones, but really it's powerful for anything. Remember, having that automated salesman running 24/7 is not only super important to stand out, but now you can get the hard part, which is the actual presentation done in a few minutes. Um, I also, Jonathan, I did promise everyone here the free AI webinar builder. So you can, if people want that's going to let you build a couple of webinars for free. You're not going to get this whole package, but I do have that little freebie for you guys. So it's in here somewhere. So I'm just gonna go in and find it. Might have some, oh, sorry, I think I saw it. So
that's
this
amazing.
link right here, guys, if you are not ready to grab the deal, it is going to be expiring in 3 days, but we do have a little gift for you. You can go ahead and grab getwebinarkit.com/AI webinar builder. This link specifically gives you a certain amount of credits because you're friends with Jonathan. So that's gonna let you get in to build and test a couple of webinar builders. This isn't going to be the whole system. You're not going to be able to run automated webinars and all of that, but it's going to let you build a couple decks. So we'll let you do that for free. That's a $10,000 to $20,000 savings right there. So go ahead and get started with that if you're not ready to grab the full deal. But like I said, I really recommend you guys get in the next 3 days if you want to get in, because this is a really, really good deal. And it's going to be expiring when the timer hits zero at getwebinarkit.com/whitebeard.
Yeah, and I saw a couple people again saying the prices are different. Go to that link that Stefan just gave us. I just put it again in the chat. We'll send that out via email to everybody, so everybody will have that. But if you're serious about it, you've got 3 days to decide. Take advantage of it, guys. Everybody I know, selling is a big issue for me too. We're always trying to figure out how to do this. And an automated webinar, giving you that ability to be out in front of people wherever they're at in the world, whenever they're ready to talk about your product, is massive. So, I mean, you could literally do this from selling products to just selling an appointment with you. I mean, you don't even have to, if you don't want to do the whole thing and you want to sell discovery calls, do a webinar that leads to a discovery call and let people run it at 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon or wherever they are. So awesome, guys. It's been
Definitely.
amazing to have you. Stefan, any wrap up words from you? Anything else before we do that? Otherwise, we'll get this put up, we'll get it canned, we'll get it out to everybody in the email. But I want to make sure we've got that. Stefan, any final words for us?
Uh, at the end of the day, guys, wish you the best with your business. Would love to see you inside, but either way, I hope you got some value out of today, and I hope this is enlightening for anyone who's on the journey of automating their sales.
Awesome. It's been fantastic. Again, thank you so much.
Is
And
any
guys, you got
coupon is any coupon we should use? Because it's different prices. I'm not
it's something. Let me share my screen, guys. I'm looking at it. I'm going to put this link in the chat again. So go to that link I just put in the chat at getwebinarkit.com/whitebeard. I'm seeing the exact prices that he was talking about. So let me just share real quick here.
Is it on the? It might be. I think I might know what's going on.
So if you click get the special Whitebeard deal, there's
Let's see.
there's the pricing. So 58 a month, 238 a
can you
year,
click
or
can you click lock in
oh, okay.
here and it will be
Thank
different
you.
Prices.
Oh, you're right. Stefan, when
Okay,
you go,
so I sorry about that, guys. There's one thing that we need to do. We need to put a coupon code in there.
there we go.
So
Good
looks
catch,
like I
guys.
forgot to link. I forgot to link the coupon code. So give me 1 sec while I
Not a problem.
sorry about
And while
that.
you're doing that, what's the lifetime? Is there, like say for instance with logos, or some of them you have the updates. Does that include the updates as long as you have the program?
Yeah, so just to be fully clear, the deal that we've put together here today is for our automated system. So anything that we update in terms of the AI webinar builder, the automated webinar tool, you're going to get full updates on that. We do have separate services, which we're not like, I wanted to make sure I put together a package just for you guys. So we have live webinars, white label. That's not included in this package, but this package is going to give you updates on all of those functionalities. So any updates to the AI webinar builder, any updates to the automated webinar software, that's something that we will be able to give you. I'm just getting the coupon code here. I believe it's Whitebeard, but I just want to triple check.
No, not a problem. That's a good
So if
catch.
you
In a
guys
monthly,
type in Whitebeard, I'm gonna coupon code. I'm just gonna put it in the chat here.
It's all one word.
I'm
You
gonna
got
get
it.
that changed on the website as
Gotcha.
well. But just Whitebeard is gonna get you. If someone's asking if it's pay $1, so it's $1 trial for 7 days. I should have mentioned that. So you can get in for 7 days for $1. Another
But you can't beat
really
that.
powerful.
So, wow.
Yeah.
So you
So
literally we get to try the whole thing out for a week for just $1, and then if we love it, we continue. If we don't love it, we cancel. Is that what that's incredible.
yeah. hmm
Wow.
and the monthly
Cool.
prices, will be the lifetime. What is going to be changed?
Well, if you do the lifetime,
Uh,
it would be a one-time payment.
Yeah,
No, I
so
mean,
you've got three options. Once you go to getwebinarkit.com/whitebeard, you'll go click the yellow link. You'll go to the checkout, and on the checkout, you're going to enter Whitebeard.
Fucking Iron Gaines, black. Jake Shields, fucking retard, punch drunk.
Okay, guys, hang on. You're gone.
Like all these people that are
Sorry.
like finally, like waking up and figuring it out about the Jews.
Trying to get it muted. There we go. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay, so I'm just going to go to the Whitebeard page. I'm going to share my screen in a minute just to show you guys. So if I go here,
and my question was, if I choose the monthly option, is that monthly options will be stays the same for lifetime?
Oh, I see what
yes,
you're saying.
you'll be locked into that plan, the automated plan for life. Yeah, for as long as you stay. So, guys, just to kind of walk through so everyone's on the same page, can everyone see my screen real quick?
I think I'm
Yes, we
sharing. Hang
do.
on, let me stop my share real quick. There you go. Now we can see your screen. There we go.
Okay, so I'm on the page in the link that we shared. I'm going to click lock in here. It's going to take me here. I'm going to come down here to Whitebeard. Oh, see, it's showing up for me. That's so weird that it's not showing up for other people.
It shows up now when I click on it. When you go down through it, it's auto-populating now.
Okay, that's weird. That wasn't
I think
before.
what was confusing there is the pricing options weren't showing it. It only shows down on the right-hand side.
Oh, that's
So,
why. Okay.
guys, when you see the pricing options, pick the one you want, then go down lower on the right-hand side, and that's where you'll see the dollar to get started, and then it'll tell you what your future payments are. So, like I'm
Yeah.
looking at the lifetime deal. It's a one-time payment, 1997, and I
Yep.
pay 60 cents today.
Yeah, and then you'll see under total product price 111.98. So that's the total
Yep.
that you'll pay.
Yep.
Hope that makes more sense, guys. Sorry for the confusion.
Yeah, just a slightly different layout, but that should make sense to everybody.
Yep, and then it'll share the future amount. So the yearly, yeah. So we've put together a really special deal for you guys here. And don't forget the bonuses also expire in 3 days. So that's going to be the VIP call with me. And then also we're going to ship you our book. So those are things that we don't usually, and the AI conversion agent. So we don't usually include those. And so we're getting those before the timer hits 0 because we really want to make sure we give you guys the best opportunity here to get rolling. So
Awesome. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. Stefan, thank you a ton putting that together. If you guys have questions in the interim, just go ahead and email support at Whitebeard Strategies, and they'll get with Stefan and get things coordinated if there's any issues that come up. But looks like we've got everything straightened out. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you've learned a few things about webinars and the value that they can bring in. And as we put it together, hopefully it all makes sense for everybody. So with that, make it a great day. We'll have the replay sent out shortly. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
thanks, John.